I'm Sergej Kunz, co-founder of OneInch, software engineer software architect for over 20 years already. And today I'm gonna speak about our URIs FF. We have huge volume EFI space. We have a capital efficient surprises. So what that means? That means that if you look to the Dunam analytics, you will find out that most of the liquidity provided to liquidity pools is not working, it's idle. So if you scan this QR code, you can look in our research on deal. So 84% of this of liquidity is sitting in Uniswap without doing anything, except maybe to help to calm the price. Yeah, the same profit we had with Uniswap 4, Uniswap V2 is worse, of course, and even Curve is bad. We are friends with Desperators, yeah. So it's not like that. It's true. This is true, yeah. Not more than that. So, if you look at the units of the two, it's like 95% that is sitting without any board, any generated fees, and there are still $1.5 billion of TVL. That's amazing. We call it not full range AMN, it's full range waste. If you look into user B3 and user 4, there are a lot of positions score out of range. So nothing comes with these locked lances in this regard to pose. All the LPs, like more than half of the LPs, will have fixed losses, so they don't really earn money. And JIT is huge problem. When you're sitting in a liquidity pool, you're a liquidity provider with actually good amount of money. Because bigger trade happen on such a pool. All the math extractors are watching for these transactions and try to extract funds. They use splash loans to provide a lot of liquidity just before the swap. So they catch all the fees generated by the pool. And LPs get almost nothing. And then of course we have huge fragmentation. We have a lot of pools. On Uniswap we have a pool with 1% LGs, you have a pool with 30 bips, you have a pool with 5 picks, 1 pick. But what is the right amount of fees what should be charged in specific period? No one really know. Except maybe some researchers who do more than 1,800 papers that we have seen. This is also our research. The thing is that aggregators are needed. We discovered back in 2019 when we have seen 4 protocols with 2 pools. Already there we understood with Anton, with my co-founder, that we need to arbitrage them. And we opened to everyone, so everyone became an arbitrator by using our aggregation algorithm. So, but what if we figured out somehow that the liquidity, the same capital, what is idling right now in all the pools can work? So actually 2 days ago we announced, but we are launching Aqua in a dev release, so we open doors to developers, for security experts, for researchers to look on the protocol. This is one of the lines of code will change the defining, and I'm going to explain how. So this is the first shared liquidity protocol. It's fully self-custody. Self-custody doesn't mean that you give approval to multi-sig wallet what is controlled by a small team who can take all the funds and run away. This is not the case. I try to differentiate us to some other projects, but it's hard. So you can run multiple strategies on a wallet, on your own wallet. You can use the same capital, you use the shared liquidity approach. And you can still use utility functions with your tokens. If you have unit token, you can work with your unit token because it's on your wallet.
So you even to deposit in a pool. So
The trades are capping on specific draws. These trades are defined in a specific strategy. And any existing AMN can be implemented under 10 lines of code on top of our layer. So if you live in a classic AMM approach, you as LP, you need to distribute between different pools. You need to put USDT and Ethereum in one pool. You need to put Ethereum in USDC in another pool, and then you want to make a stable token pairs volume as well, USDT to USDC, and then you split the capital in 3 pieces. Yeah, it's kind of inefficient. But what is you put just all your assets in your wallet? You create virtual AMS, virtual kind of DEXs, pools, what share the same liquidity. And this is Aqua. Aqua is kind of the accounting protocol what just make sure that you can provision specific amount of liquidity capital for specific strategies. What can be built like a Lego. So you can say, okay, I want custom product formula. I want flat fee, and I want to concentrate the liquidity. And this is a strategy. Here are 3 examples of instructions. We have custom product AML, similar to Uniswap 2, Uniswap 3, and 84. Actually, this formula was invented by Martin, what's his name? The founder of the node system. He wrote about it in a blog post where Vitalik Buterin answered, and Hayden has seen this formula and used for Uniswap. What's interesting to Ruben as it's actually someone else who recommended it. So concentrated liquidity is possible just by scaling the balances. So predicating what we invented in 2020, it allows you to catch more fees SLP to avoid market frustrator to get all the funds with in the arbitrage case. So any custom body can be implemented. And there are also huge examples what is possible with such simple approach that you hold the assets in your wallet. Just imagine you have $1,000, you can deposit it to Have, borrow against this $1,000, USDC, USDS and USDT for example. So you can make out of $1,000 collateral, you can make 3,000 collateral and 2,000 debt. And it's 3 times more liquidity than you actually have. And you provision this collateral to an MN logic, to in an MN strategy, and our protocol can handle it. So when someone trade against you, they need to wrap it in an average collateral copper, need to deposit to transfer to the protocol to the wallet. So the money market can give the other token back. So this is also a special case was also request calls of other developers multiple times to manage for different protocols. So just think about it. You bet at least 3x in efficiency by generating fees. So we have here also, I'm running out of time, sorry. If you compare the current dynamic the development process, you need to write the logic, that you spot it, magic source, the mathematical formula. But then we need to take care about deposits, withdrawals, balances, accounting, swap settlement that you need to audit it. It costs a lot of time. If it's too complex, too many lines of code where they are seeing the balancer, You can potentially face an attack and lose everything in a pool. And by using Aqua, you need just to define your formula, mathematical formula, maybe add some other instructions what help against the math conduction, for example. And everything else is covered by Aqua. If you look at the landscape, we are simple and we are highly capital efficient. We use shared liquidity. There is no need to split or fragment the liquidity. There is unlimited capital efficiency, so it's linear, depends on the amount of pairs and tokens you use. You have the deepest liquidity what you can get right now on the market. It's just self-custody. We give only permissions, only for specific programs what are written in smart contracts installed, who no one can change, who has what has no admin keys to change any logic inside of it. And it's simple for developers. Anyone can build only an app under 10 lines of code and publish it, get automatically warning from all the integrations. In the beginning, for sure, from one issue creator. So, and what we did just in 2019, the year we invented and introduced aggregation among these of us exchanges and worked very hard to adapt it. In all this, we are another point and okay, yeah, aggregate, that makes sense. Before it was like, oh, I'm serving Uniswap and face higher price impact. So, Aqua is set to change DeFi. I wouldn't say maybe a pre-warming. It's not a revolution. It's changing. It's improving the DeFi space a lot. So it's the art of liquidity fragmentation for makers, both of LPs. It's a help for aggregators, I would say, because it's like a lot of different positions what you integrate, but we are very good as aggregators, and other Matcha, 0x, other people do very well. So, yeah, 100K bounty program for developers. Please participate. We have SDK and full documentation to develop your own thing. This is not just another protocol, it's just a foundation for scalable, capital efficient DeFi. This is the end of wasted capital. This is the beginning of shared liquidity, high efficiency in DeFi. And it's available under oneish.tech.com/aqua. Thank you very much.